Hi there, welcome to MJ Feng Shui. This is a channel where we gather together and dive deep into the energy in our home spaces in a unique and different way. So today, I would like to share with you my program that I put together for everyone. And I basically called it Feng Shui for Beginners Course. Um, it's not only for people that don't know a thing about Feng Shui, but it's for everyone actually, because if we have our home space where it is, vibrating high and feels alive and expansive, then we're all set. Everything will flow freely in our lives. But when our home holds an energy where, it's stuck somewhere, there's something not flowing correctly, then it will show up in our lives. So if you're not as happy, wealthy, or healthy as you want to be, then your home might just be what's holding you back, because your home is the foundation to your success, your health, your wealth, your love, your happiness, your abundance. You know, it must work in harmony with the order to fully support you in order to receive the greatest level of success. And I want to ask you today, how do you feel in your home? Do you feel that there are rooms in your home that are not vibrating high as you would like them to be? Do you feel stuck in your life in one area or more? I always ask people, how your health is. How is your health? Mental too, how are you sleeping at night? How do you feel? Do you feel energized, alive, full of joy when you wake up in the morning? Or are you exhausted? Even that you had a good night's sleep, or maybe you have insomnia and you can't sleep in that house. Um, that will do a number on your health, and on your relationships as well. And if you're exhausted, you can't do a good job. So, it can drain some of your wealth as well. We got to look at all these areas. So, how is your money flow? How is your business? How is your work? Are you having, good success when it comes to your finances? Let's look at that area in your life. All right, would you like it to be better? Of course you would. Everyone would like an increase, more opportunities, right? Uh, and then we're going to ask, like, how is your romance, your friendships, your, relationships, even with coworkers, your boss. Unless you're the boss, a lot of us are working from home now, and we really like our office to be, vibrating high, and in the right area for each one of us. We all have a certain set of directions which are best for us, um, and there's other directions that aren't so good for us. There's also, we have to take into consideration the feng shui flying stars that are flying in for the year. The ones for the month. We have to look at your home, you know, um, the floor plan. All these things, come into play. So we want to start where, feng shui starts. So that's why I'm bringing forward this feng shui for beginners course. And I laid it out so it's very simple and easy in 6 videos. And then I added in 2 MP3 recordings for house cleansing. So a lot of people use sage, candles and clapping and, different remedies, you know, And that's all good and well, you know, but we want to actually get into the vibration of your space and shift it, because sometimes, you know, houses we move into have, you know, energies that are not so good. They, you know, could be called ghosts or entities or demons. Um, you know, something might have happened on the land, you know, something going on under the land, something in the neighborhood. You know, that's the thing where I say we have to, you know, clear that vibration. So when we use sage and bells and salts and all that, that's wonderful for the energy, you know, in the home to suck up some of the negative energy. But the vibration is where it's really at. So I put together the two MP3 recordings that you can play in your home space, in your office. You can take them to work with you. You can take them in a hotel room, take them on a vacation. You can take them when you're going to a family gathering and just play them on almost silent, you know, and that energy in those places will shift. The entities do not want to be where that vibration is, okay, because it's very high and of the light, right? And I use the angels to come in as well. I work with the angels. And I mean the holy angels, okay, the angels of light, just so we can you know, get that straight there. All right. And I also added my tips, my feng shui tips that are the do's and don'ts of what to do in your space. All right. And what not to do in your space. Now, you know, we can think about right now the one thing that you would really like to manifest in your life. What is that one thing, that one goal that you have? How are you doing on it, right? Have you been taking action on it? Or do you feel like you want to do it, but you don't have the motivation, right? Or you feel like you don't have the skills, or you're just exhausted, you know? How much clutter is in your space? We got to look at all of these things because it's all energy. And somewhere in your life, there may be an area that has been holding you back. And feng shui can shift that so that you can move forward. And that's what I would like to support you in doing. So anyone listening right now that would like to, you know, go the extra step here and take action, I'm going to put the link to the Feng Shui for Beginners course right underneath this video here in the description box for you. And it's a good idea to click on it and read it through so you know exactly what it's all about. Read the testimonials and see if that's a good fit for you. If you have any questions or comments, you know, put them right underneath this video and I'll get back to you. Now, while we're here for a few minutes, I'd like to ask you, okay, are you feeling abundant? Do you really feel abundant? Do you really feel happy right now? Are you so happy that you just could, you know, say, I don't need to use any more feng shui, right? Or are you at that point where you're saying, I've tried it all, nothing's ever worked for me, why would this work for me? All right, some people have that in their mind. Let's clear that up right now, because sometimes you have a belief system that nothing works for you. Is that you? You will know. So we want to shift that, because somewhere somebody made you believe that nothing will ever work for you, and that's a lie. All right. I, as a small child, lived in a house full of chaos and abuse and screaming and hitting and you name it. All right. And we moved a lot. All right. And every time we moved, my family would put me at the new space, and they would say, "We're going to leave you at the new space. You clean it up. We'll bring stuff over and you set up the house." Well, I didn't know that I was being prepared for what I would be doing now, right? And I've studied Feng Shui, house, cleansing, how to cleanse land, how to douse the land. Um, all kinds of things about the neighborhoods, the streets, the addresses, everything that had to do with feng shui. And then I went into reading people's charts, all kinds of stuff that I have to know for what I'm doing now. It took a lot of studying, and I'm still taking courses, which are deep diving into um, Bazi charts and life charts and, all kinds of stuff that has to do with what I'm doing now. All right. And I'm going to be, offering some other courses soon. I do have a full course on my website at mjfengshui.com, which covers pretty much every aspect of feng shui. So most people would take that course and it would cost thousands of dollars. All right. Now, its regular price would be like $4,997. And I'm offering it to people for $997. So that's a bargain right there. And this course right here is a bargain at $97, okay? That would probably cost you, $1,000 to take this course from anywhere else. So, if you were looking for some, new ways to feng shui your space, your office, your, location, maybe you have a business somewhere, that needs to be feng shuied as well. So it's a good thing that you located this video today, finding a solution for you, right? Which is easy, breezy, and why not, right? So a lot of times I had to tell myself, you know, you're gonna do this. It's time you did it, all right? Because I would try and do something, and somebody would try and, stop me. Or I'd go to do something, and then my mind would stop me, and with all these excuses, you know. And in the past couple of years, I had to say, that's enough of that. You are gonna take the courses, and I just did it, Where before I would be like, oh, that sounds nice, I'll get to it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow never came. And then I was kicking myself because the price went sky high, or I couldn't find it again. So that's why I'm saying to you right now, if this is something that has been troubling your heart, you'd like some romance, and every time you dated somebody, it didn't work out, it's time to learn what to do about that, right? If your health isn't well, you're, emotionally stressed out, drained, you've had it, um, maybe you got sick, this is for you. This is definitely for you to take advantage of right now. And, don't put it off, because I want you to dream bigger. I want you to manifest your dream life. I want you to get your joy back, right? I lost my joy when I was a small child living in that house of chaos. Um, and I had to grow up in a home that didn't feel good for me, being in that household at all. And, I really had, no friends. I'd have a couple of them, but they would disappear. You know, they would come and get whatever they could from me and then disappear. Maybe that's you, right? Um, and what I did in my room, because the house was so chaotic, right? I'd write poetry, I'd listen to the radio, basically staying in my room a lot for a reason. Um, and then, as I got to be a teenager, I ended up with a metal bed, which is, well, we know metal is not so good to be sleeping on, but that's what I had. And the room was very small and cramped, and I kept it neat and everything. All right. And what I did one day is I got Christmas lights and I wrapped them around the bed and I plugged them in. And I didn't know what I was doing. I just thought it would be cool, right? And it lit up the bed. So what started happening with that fire energy was all of a sudden I got people wanting to come over and spend time in my room, all right, and including my sisters. They wanted to have my room, okay? And now that I look back at it, I go, no wonder why. I brought some fire energy into the house. So I brought some yang energy, some good feeling vibration into the house, where the rest of the house was not so well, all right? So these are, some of the things that you can do, um, you know, to change your life, to change that story, all right? Maybe you're in a marriage relationship and it's just, you know, well, we just stay together, just boring, same thing day in, day out. Maybe we need to add some yang in your life, right? Let's find out, what we need to do for you. All right, so take this course, and then after you take the course and you put the, feng shui into play in your space, I'd like to hear your testimonial. All right, I have many testimonials, and I have some of my own, So I basically moved from New York to Florida, sight unseen, okay, and I was living in a house in New York, um, which was built on Indian burial ground. So I learned about ghosts and entities and demons and water spirits and flooding and mold and attempted murder on my life many times and money up and down and chaos in the house of screaming, yelling, and partying. All kinds of stuff was going on. It was a very busy home, you know, um, and I just said that's enough of this, and just left. I left everything there and left the house. All right, and I didn't care, and I came here, and this house, is open. It's clear. It's on a quiet street. I don't have chaos in my life. I have, produced beautiful podcasts and YouTube video channels, and I met new people. I spoke on TV and telesummits, and my life has changed, for the better. And so I want to share that with all of you, that your life can change as well, and you don't have to be afraid to take a different route in your life, all right? You don't have to be afraid to say no to that old life, right? And get rid of the past and start a brand new. So that's what this is all about. This channel is about, taking the next step and making your life better, more joyful, more playful, more alive, right? Yeah, it's time to come alive. So that's what I have for you today. Um, and I'm looking forward to working with you one on one. So let's see what we can create in your life that brings you the most joy you ever had. That's my wish for you today. Thank you so much for viewing my video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so now. Press the like button, and I'll talk to you very shortly. Thank you. Bye for now.